And so we've come to the end of the road, and I can't let it go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is an old school classic Channel Chasers episode. Just me and Bryan. No extra segments, just yapping about TV. I know what you're thinking. Jay, why'd you start off with Boys to Men? It's because we have indeed come to the end of the road for this show. That was once a Channel Chaser staple. We have finally reached the end. Mm-hmm.
I feel like you could either go for that or vitamin C.
Yeah, I was gonna go Kate Bush at first, but then I was like, that's too obvious.
Yeah.
And besides, that's more Max's thing. I'm not Max.
Nah.
But yeah, man, Stranger Things. It's a show that we love through its ups and downs. And we have covered every single season. However, you can't find some of those episodes anymore because some of those were on my original channel that is unfortunately no longer with us.
Also, I think one of them might have been Twitch only.
Maybe? I'm not entirely sure. That sounds right. One of them might have been during the Twitch era.
Because what people forget is that Stranger Things has been around since 2016.
Yeah.
It's been 11 years.
Yeah, it's been 11 years. It's been 10 years now because it is officially 2026. Happy New Year, people.
Happy New Year. But yeah, it's been 9-ish years.
Yeah.
9-10 years.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a lot of things have happened. We have gone through many different variations of the podcast.
Yeah.
We are currently right now, technically we're going to put this as 4.5 because it's just me and Jay.
Yeah.
But so you can find it in both of the playlists for season 4 and for duo reviews. But anyway, my point is that we are now ending the 4th season of the podcast. So
yeah, and boy, has it been one hell of a season. This year in review is gonna be pretty insane.
Well, yeah. Although, kudos for us. Only one forgotten episode. One lost.
Oh, we actually had a lost episode? I didn't think we actually had one this year.
Yep. We had one.
What was the lost episode?
The lost episode was Invincible Season 3.
Ah, yeah. Right. Okay. Well, normally this would be where we transition into a segment, but nah, this time we're just jumping right into it, Philip DeFranco style. Because there's a lot to talk about, y'all. There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So, first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Bryan said it's hard to tell that Stranger Things has been around since 2016. No, it's not. Look at the actors. Man. I made the joke that Walker, the actor who plays Percy, has really got hit by the puberty stick lately. And so, but I'm like, it's still nowhere near as bad as the Stranger Things kids, where you can tell it has been some time.
Especially since this season finally let 11 have hair.
Yep. But yeah, man. Was it worth the wait and the hype? So we're gonna start spoiler free, and then we're gonna jump into spoilers. But I don't think our spoiler free is gonna be too long, because it's just gonna be kind of general thoughts, our initial expectations and stuff like that. So, Bryan, what were your hopes going into this, and did it live up to the hype for you?
honestly, endings are like so hard to like land. Uh, especially nowadays with big franchises, stuff that go on for a long time. Two that bring up all the time are How I Met Your Mother and Game of Thrones, which
Are like
both
that's the bottom of the bar right there. Like,
but not just like the finale, but the whole final season.
yeah.
And given how long this took, I was a little worried going into it. But I was like, hey, if it's better than Game of Thrones, I'll call it a win. And it was.
Yeah.
And I will admit that there are some flaws in this final season, like some missing characters and focus on other characters that don't really go anywhere. And little things here and there that we'll get into in the spoiler section. But overall, I did have a fun ride with it, and I did enjoy it. And I do think that it, especially the final episode, did not deserve the review bombs. Now the penultimate.
Well, we'll get to that. Oh, I have
Yeah.
words. I got words about that.
But the finale final episode didn't deserve the review bombs.
Although I will say, like, I'm not gonna get into details about the finale, obviously, but I do feel like the finale dragged a little bit. It did not need to be 2 hours.
I saw somebody put this perfectly, and they did the Lord of the Rings like 11 endings.
Yeah, I could kind of see that. But yeah, for me, I was very skeptical going into this. Like Bryan said, there's been such a huge delay, obviously, through all like the changes in the world with the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, and all that. But like when it first started, those first few episodes, I was like, okay, we're back. I'm here for this. And then we get to the penultimate, and I'm like, okay, maybe these later episodes are kind of shaky. The first few, like the first 3, I was like, oh shit, we're back. This is fire. And then like we get from 4 onwards, I'm like, all right, this is a little shaky. And then we get to the penultimate, and I'm like, all right, this is. I don't know, guys. We're losing the plot. And then the finale happens, and I think it's a very good full circle finale, but I do feel like it was a softball finale. I don't think it matched the stakes that were set up prior, which we'll talk about when we get there. And that left me a little disappointed. I'm definitely happy for the characters and for the world. They deserve to finally be done with this bullshit. But like, in terms of overall satisfaction, I'm still kind of like teetering on like whether I'm on like the fully positive side. I don't think I'm on like the I hated it, review bomb side for sure. Like I still think it was good, and I think with what we were given, it was well handled. But I still think we could have been given a lot more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it would have been more satisfying if the lead up was better. But I still really liked the finale.
Oh yeah, no. Like overall, the finale was good. I think it was kind of like soft. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean. I get what you mean, especially since they like kind of, I'll say, set up a trend over the show,
Mm-hmm.
and the final season doesn't really
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know,
match it.
it would be one thing, right? If this wasn't a precedent for the show, and like, you know, in every other season where there have been high stakes stuff, we have, like, the heroes went through some kind of big change, and, you know, they suffered at some point, and this is the big bad. You know, in D&D terms, it's the BBEG. Like, if the previous seasons, you know, the minor bosses put you through all that, and like the with the big guy, it's kind of just a, you know, your standard happily ever after. That doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't feel within the same spirit of the show that you've set up.
Yeah, like I was convinced going into the finale that one certain character would die, because well, partly because they had not had like a big spotlight this season, and kind of had a lesser role last season.
Yep.
If you know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
But yeah, no, they decided to go in a different direction.
Yeah. So that's enough spoiler-free stuff. Spoiler-free thoughts. Overall, I do think it was good. I think it's worth it. If you have invested into Stranger Things, you should give the final season a watch. It's worth it. But
Yeah.
I do think overall it'll go down as definitely a good show. Will it go down as one of the greatest? I don't think so. But it's definitely gonna go down for me as a good show.
And the finale itself, while it is very like softball, I do think that it is on like the like higher list of like series finales.
Definitely one of the better series finales. Like, I was talking all that about it being soft and, like, you know, not delivering on the overall tone of the show as a whole, but like in terms of like character payoff, definitely up there. So go check it out.
I think without spoiling, I will say that the final scene was perfect.
Yeah, super full circle. Absolutely. I loved that part. I thought that was super sweet. But yeah. So let's talk about spoilers. Where to fucking start? Where to fucking start?
I'll just go ahead and say it now that we're in the spoiler part. The person I thought was gonna die was Mike.
Same. It was between Mike and Steve for me. Steve for me, because like because within the last 2 seasons they kind of turned this into the Will show, and I thought to kill Mike, that would have been the thing to push for Will.
Well, also, well, it wouldn't have been just like a thing to push for Will. It would
Also,
have been,
L, yeah.
And like a thing to like, now that Will has his powers, like be something to like bring them together. Because that was one of the things that, lesser things that wasn't really addressed as much, but I did really like in, I think it was last season. And that was like the brother-sister relationship that Elle and Will had started to like
Develop,
have.
yeah. No, and it wasn't really utilized as much. Speaking of like kind of like wasted potential and like possibility, I wish, like, as much as I loved Max and Holly's dynamic in Vecna's Mindscape, I think the team up that I would have wanted is Holly and Erica.
Well, that's the thing is we can say now. Holly's, while I think the actress did a really good job, her story kind of pissed me off because it highlighted a trend that this show has done, like a negative trend.
Okay.
That this show likes to do sometimes, which is spotlight a like character story, and then at the very end make it completely useless. Because in the end, what was the point of focusing on Holly?
Because Holly still ended up getting captured. Holly still ended up getting used. Well,
Yeah.
So the way I saw it, right? The way I saw it with Holly kind of turned into the character equivalent by the end of Will and Mike. Like a fusion dance between Will and Mike. She's gone through the trauma that Will has, which helped shape her into a proper group leader like Mike, which we see at the end.
Yeah.
So I think there was a purpose there. Like, but it wasn't like an immediate like serve the plot directly.
Yeah.
It was more of a character development kind of purpose, and I like that for Holly because, again, Holly was a character that came in just in this season for real, like into prominence. So having her be a big role would have kind of, I don't think that would have worked.
Well, she did end up having more screen time than most of the main cast.
Well, yeah, and I think that was more so to serve Max than for Holly's sake, because saving Max was super important. And that also that's the other thing. That is why Holly wasn't useless, because Holly was able to help Max get free.
That's true, and also Holly was the vehicle where we got to learn more about Vecna,
and also like a big motivation and kick in the pants for Mike and Nancy.
Yeah, and through that story, we did get to meet Derek.
I both love and hate that kid all at the same time.
Yeah.
Dipshit Derek.
Which, two things about him at the end. A, where the fuck was the rest of his family?
My headcanon, they're still at the barn, tied up. They forgot.
No, they were never at the barn, remember?
Oh, Derek was the one brought to the barn. Okay, yeah, so where did they put his family? Did they just leave them there?
Yep. And then also, are Derek and Holly dating?
I don't think so.
I just think they're friends, but it was kind of...
Because they were sitting together at the graduation?
Yeah.
I think that was just because, Derek really looks up to Mike. Remember how he was like, Mike's my best friend?
Yeah.
So I think that's why he was with the Wheelers.
True. That makes sense. But yeah,
like Mike is Derek's Steve to his Dustin.
Yeah. And speaking of Mike, he was kind of like the weakest of the Wheelers. Second weakest, I'll say.
Yeah. Fuck Ted.
Of the Wheelers.
Fuck Ted. Nobody cares about you, Ted.
I mean, Karen, oh my god, she had a badass moment.
Karen is great. I've always loved Karen, except for that problematic moment in season 4 where she was about to fuck Max's brother. She was totally gonna fuck Max's brother.
Yeah, she definitely was gonna get with Billy. But in this one, she tried to fight off a Demogorgon with a broken wine bottle.
That was fucking badass, but nowhere near as badass as the auction tank moment with the fucking laundry. Oh my god. Go Karen.
Yup.
But yeah, no, if we're gonna talk about shit that like shit that pissed us off. Speaking of the Wheelers, let's talk about Nancy and Jonathan. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. I get it. You guys have had turmoil for a couple seasons now, but this shit was dragging its fucking feet. Just
Like,
break up already.
To the point where when they had their like breakup, I was texting Jay when watching it. I'm like, is it wrong that I kind of forgot about the whole lying about college thing?
Yeah, and also I was also very confused with how it was worded.
Yeah.
Cause like the unproposal happened, which seemed like a breakup, but then they did all the I love yous and they were like holding hands and shit, and I'm like, so are y'all together still? What the fuck?
But then I later found out I later found out that it was an official breakup, not because of the show, but because I had gotten a like minor spoiler thing, where it was a bit of an interview with Jonathan's actor, and he was like the last scene that he and Nancy's actor filmed, where it was just the two of them, was that breakup scene.
Ah.
So he was like, that was a very emotional day on set.
Okay. But yeah, like.
Yeah, they've left it very ambiguous for some reason.
Yeah, and also in the finale, they seemed like they kind of still had a thing for each other. Like, I was like, are y'all going back to this?
And you know why that happened, right?
Why?
Because it was another case of what was that one show? I totally forgot what it was. Where the characters had no chemistry, but the actors were together in real life. Because they're actually together in real life.
Supergirl?
Oh yeah, that's right. It was first time around with Mon-El and Supergirl.
Yep.
Because
and also, like, well, we found out this guy was a piece of shit, but she did remember Blake Jenner was also there as Cat Grant's son.
Yeah. But yeah, Jonathan and Nancy are together IRL.
Okay.
I think they might be married.
Oh, good for them. But yeah, like,
that's why there was that lingering like chemistry, because it's like they can't help it because they're actually together.
Yeah. But I was just like, are you guys really about to spin the block? But I mean, I guess it's easier because there's no world-ending threat. You guys can just be normal with each other now. So like, it makes sense.
I guess, but
okay.
Yeah.
Other stuff. I want to save the penultimate for like, not the end of the discussion, but I want to give it like a big section, so we're not gonna talk about that yet. But I will talk about Vicky. I want to talk about Vicky real quick.
Yeah.
Vicky annoyed the shit out of me because Vicky, girl, you live in Hawkins. You've seen all this shit happen firsthand. Now, you might not have seen a Demigorgon or Mind Flare or any of the crazy shit before, but you literally have seen your town split apart and like what look like hell fissures all around the town. And you're telling me when your girlfriend, perfectly calm, explains to you about monsters and stuff, you're just like, she's on drugs. See, if this was a normal town, where like there was no way for you to have seen it if you were outside of the main cast, I would have totally understood the reaction of, oh no, you're on drugs, you need help. But you guys have seen, the whole town has seen this. That's why when Karen saw the Demidogs, even though for some reason, which I have a bone to pick with Nancy and Mike, which they kind of, address themselves. Why the fuck haven't you told your parents?
Yeah.
Like,
Also, with the thing with Vicky, is what the fuck did she think happened with Max?
yeah. But also, like, real quick, like, that's another problem with like Mike and Nancy. Why didn't you tell your parents? Joyce and Hop are going through this on their own. They needed adult friends besides Murray.
And I mean, I get why you didn't tell your dad.
Nobody likes your dad, but tell your mom. Your mom is reasonable, and could have definitely contributed, as we saw.
Oh, yeah. Like, she killed 3 of them at once.
Yeah, no, like, they should have told Karen. Cause then Karen would have totally been like, yeah, no, we're not kicking them out. I mean, she wasn't gonna kick them out anyway, but like, if she knew the full context, she's like, no way in hell we're kicking them out.
But, which that was another thing, is we finally got to see Karen be the badass that we knew that she was.
Nancy had to get it from somewhere. It wasn't Ted.
And then immediately collapses because she's still recovering.
Yep.
And they leave her at the hospital, and she's not seen again until the flash forward.
Yep. I mean, we didn't see Ted after he flew through the window until the flash forward. But nobody cares about Ted. We actually care about Karen.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But,
Vicky, seriously, like, drugs? Come on. Like,
Also,
you live
there
here,
were
dude.
some, like, more minor nitpicks. Like, the fact that everyone was cool with going to the Upside Down, and they didn't have to have any, like, rags or breathing apparatuses or anything.
Well, I mean, I think it got to the point where the main guys have been through the Upside Down enough where they're just like, okay, clear, nothing has happened to us when we breathe in those spores, so, you know, it's unclear, but we've been okay, so I guess. Which is why, like, remember when Vicky was like, is this shit safe to breathe? Robin was just like, unclear. And it was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
But, also, they brought back a character that nobody asked for, to the fact where she was supposed to star in her own spinoff, but the episode did so bad.
My
they
God.
canceled it.
I still don't like this character. And I swear to God, the whole time I was like, she's a plant. She's a plant. She got brainwashed by the government. Don't trust this little girl.
Oh,
You better watch your back, Hop.
I've been seeing theories online. Like, I speculated that she was a plant for Vecna. You theorized that she was a plant for the government. And I saw Juju, Straw Hat,
Yep.
Goofy. He had the theory of what if she was a plant for the Mind Flayer, but not Vecna.
Oh yeah, like the mind flayer that possessed Vecna.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But no, she was just
She was
just a bitch.
She was just an asshole. Which I don't know if that's better or worse.
Yeah. A suicidal
Suicidal asshole.
asshole.
Like,
Yep.
oh my God.
Who randomly had a change of heart. 'Cause that's the power of love.
Oh my God. I don't like it. I don't like her. And you know what sucks? She's a poorly written character of color. So, like, because the character sucks, assholes on the internet are gonna use this as an excuse to be dicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're mad because we think the character was poorly written and kind of like just nobody liked her as a character. But, you know, because she is a person of color, people who, you know, are racist assholes are gonna use that as an excuse to just hate on the Indian girl.
Yeah. But speaking about females of color, Erica was so underutilized.
I know, but when she was so good. I love her so much. I told you to eat your damn pie. Fucking pulls out the needle, just jabs Tina.
We need your help because your star student is gonna die.
Oh man,
And it's like, Pookie.
Snookums. Oh my god.
Which that was a pairing that I did not expect.
Yeah, Mr. Clark.
Actually,
yeah, Mr.
really
Clark
did
and
like.
Erica, or Mr. Clark or Erica and Murray. Yeah, Erica and Murray.
Erica and Murray.
Murray's hilarious. I still.
Yeah.
You know, I did not realize until recently that he was Psychowitz from Victorious.
Oh yeah.
That blew my mind when my cousin told me about that. I was like, oh shit. It was because he was using his normal voice, and I was like, that's why it never clicked for me. And I thought it was just an actor that looked like him.
Nah. But yeah, the whole entire Stranger Things cast is great.
I will also say, if we're still talking about problems, like Dustin's subplot kind of lasted for too long. He was crashing out, and I get it, dude, you're grieving, but bro, there are world-ending stakes here. You should be focused.
And also, you got your shit beat. Why did you try to hide it from your friends?
Just, you act like this is the first time you've gotten your ass kicked, like.
I mean, which I will say that is one thing that I did like about that, is that
Nobody bought
Steve above everybody else was like, no, that's bullshit. You got your ass beat.
Yep.
So he's like, you didn't
Yeah, bike crash.
fall off your
Sure,
bike.
buddy.
You fell into a fist.
What you fall into? A knuckle sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, no. Justin was on some bullshit, and it pissed me off. Like, and if it lasted 1 or 2 episodes, okay, cool. But it was like all the way up to the point where he and Steve finally had that like dust up, and he broke down. Which was a great scene from Noah and like Steve's actor, but
Gatton.
Gatton, yeah, it was a great scene from Noah and Gatton, but like
No, Gatton and Joe.
I
Noah is Will.
I thought he was Noah. My bad. Yeah, Gatton and Will. But yeah,
Joe.
Gatton and Joe. Yeah, right. Yeah, I forget he also has a band.
Yeah, which the name, it's not really a band, it's just a pseudonym for his music, and the pseudonym is Joe. Just JHO.
Ah. But yeah, so like it was a great scene, and I think the delivery was awesome, but like it did not need to.
It should have happened sooner.
Yeah, it did not need to last this long. Did not need to last this long.
But I do like that once he got his reality check, we got the Dustin that we know and love, who like broke down all the sciencey shit.
Yep.
And that scene where you gotta admit that scene where he was running, saying, "I was wrong, don't do this."
Yep.
That was really good. And then when it all went to shit, and he's like, "Ah, shit, she probably shot the thing."
Shot it. Oh no. Oh man, like, yeah, it was good. It was good. What other stuff did I have like major issues with? This isn't a major issue. This is definitely a positive. I loved the Big Brother moment between Mike and Holly. Like, I thought that
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was great. Because the typical trope for siblings in like 80s and not even into the 90s and the early 2000s related stuff is siblings always fight. And I loved
Yeah.
that. No, that they're just nice to each other. Like, they just love each other. Like, yeah, okay, siblings do fight, but it's not a constant, like, TV sitcom level bickering. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which also led to some great moments with Max where she's like, "You're not like your brother. You are your brother."
Yep.
But yeah, all the like sibling relationships were good.
Yep. I enjoyed them a lot. I feel like we should have gotten more Will and Jonathan.
Yeah.
Like it was more of a background thing, but we didn't really get much Will and Jonathan.
Yeah.
Like
Also,
Will and Joyce got a lot of good stuff, obviously, but like Will and Jonathan
Yeah.
didn't really get much.
Yeah, not really. But I will say that one other minor nitpick is in the final fight with Vecna. We do see like callbacks to like the other stuff, like Lucas with his slingshot.
Oh my God, it was so funny.
Why did they not bring back the bat for Steve?
Yeah, right. I was thinking the same
spears
thing.
were like an homage to Eddie, but
I was thinking the same thing. Steve should have had the bat. Also, my cousin had the funniest comment of all time when we were watching it, because he had never seen Stranger Things, but he has seen One Piece. He is a One Piece fan. So when they were fighting Vecna, and Lucas bust out a slingshot, he goes, "Oh my God, he's fucking Usopp. The only black guy in the group is using a slingshot." But he's not like Usopp because he's actually doing something.
yeah,
Oh my God,
that
so
was
funny.
that was pretty smart. That 1-2 with him and Mike.
Oh yeah, fucking have the gasoline and then the fire.
Yeah.
Good combo. Good combo. But all right,
Yeah.
all right. We've talked about stuff enough. Let's now talk about the penultimate episode,
Yeah.
and let's talk about the rainbow elephant in the room.
Cause the penultimate itself, minus that one scene, was
good.
really good.
But then it got ruined. It got ruined.
And it's not because
Yeah. All right. Let me explain this. All right. So here's my thing. I don't care that Will is gay. I think it was set up properly. Him revealing that is important, and I understand that this is set in the 80s, so him coming out at all is super brave and takes a lot of courage and nerve to do so. Totally understand that. I get it. But here's the thing, right? Either an episode prior or like shortly before this, he has a moment after, like, he's had all these great talks with Robin, who's been a wonderful mentor in terms of helping him figure himself out in that way. After these talks with Robin, he has that epiphany and that one big moment where the kids are about to be stolen, and all his friends are being attacked by different demigorgons across town and stuff, and he finally stops being scared and is okay with himself and unlocks his powers. That means he is okay with himself. That means he understands who he is and he's starting to take those steps. So, if that is the case, why does he think Vecna would be able to use that against him?
well, it's because after he had that acceptance, Vecna apparently off screen showed him visions of everybody drifting away from him because he was gay.
I think that, and I like, I don't, I think that's stupid overall. Not just because it's stupid that they would do that in general, which it would be, but like, you guys, literally Robin and Vicky are cuddling in the corner over there. Nobody's saying shit. Nobody's
Which,
doing anything.
speaking of, let's talk about the fact of everybody was in the room.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be everybody. It should
Why the
have.
fuck were Murray and Collie there?
No, but they don't even know you. Well, Murray knows you, but Murray doesn't care.
And Collie just met you.
Like, it should have been, like, if we want to do a bigger group, it should have been the party, Joyce, and Jonathan.
Yeah, just that group. Maybe Robin there for moral support.
Have Robin there because Robin's a mentor figure. Cool. But that should have been the group. It should have been a nice, intimate moment, and we moved on. It did not need to take 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, and it's just like they hammered it in so
And also,
much.
I really don't like the marketing either. That also put a sour taste in my mouth. Like, oh my god, like, they were just all over Twitter. Oh my god, you know, it took so many takes. Why would it take so many takes? How bad
Yeah.
were your takes?
Yeah, Noah kind of has a history of putting his foot in his mouth.
Yeah, with other subjects as well, but we're not talking about that.
Nah, but anyway, and they're like, I'm just like you.
That was so dumb. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like, oh my god, it was really badly, written, and like,
Which is so funny.
because they did
Because-
Robin so well. Robin's
Yeah.
coming out was organic. It felt real. It was intimate. The fact that she was able to come out to Steve, somebody who she, you know, personally hated and kind of blamed for her own kind of turmoil. Great stuff. Good character development.
Which, that's also a funny thing, is I found out behind the scenes that the original plan was to have Robin and Steve be in game. It was Maya who introduced the idea of her being a lesbian.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't have liked Robin and Steve, to be honest. They're really good friends. Like, their friend chemistry is off the charts.
Yeah.
It would have just felt weird. And kind of forced. Like, they have really good friend chemistry, but just because you're really good friends doesn't mean you'd be good as a couple. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, sure, you're supposed to fall in love with your best friend, but that doesn't mean you fall in love with all your best friends.
Also, I do like how they ended it with the four, like, of the teen group splitting in 4 different ways.
Yep. But yeah, man, it just felt, that whole thing just felt like it was just phrased weirdly. Like they made being gay seem like a weakness, and I got upset. I was like, that's dumb. Being gay isn't a weakness, y'all. Like, what the fuck? And I went the next day and I talked to several of my coworkers who watched the show and are like queer people. And I was like, I want to know if I'm getting offended on your behalf. Like, was that weird to just me, or did y'all not like that either? And a lot of them were like, yeah, no, it was fucking weird. They didn't need to make this big of a deal about it. You know, Robin's was handled great. Why couldn't they have just done, yeah, I'm gay. Well, you know, it's like all that. And you know what's even funnier? You know what's even funnier? another property that was set in the 80s that also happened to star one of the actors from Stranger Things, and one of the actors from Stranger Things was the gay character, that this whole plot was handled better. It. The Andy Muschietti It. Remember,
Yeah.
Richie is gay, who was played by Finn Wolfhard.
Which, apparently, by the way, he said that he's not done with the It franchise.
Well, of course he's not done. He's got Welcome to Derry right now. So, of course he's not done. Are you talking about Finn Wolfhard is not done?
Finn.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But he's dead. But Richie's dead.
Apparently he has a cameo in Welcome Dairy finale,
Ah.
but I don't think as
Richie, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say because again,
anyway-
Richie's dead.
But anyway, back to Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Though. It's just like also part of the thing was just it. The thing with Robin coming out is that just felt like it was a natural progression of things. Here, it's just let's stop the plot.
Yeah, no,
we're getting ready for the final fight.
That's the
Let's
other
stop.
thing. That's the other thing is how badly timed it was. Like, we are preparing for the final battle, and and the way they positioned it. If this had happened at the beginning of the episode, I would not be nearly as critical about it. But they turned this into like the climax of the episode for some reason. Like they ended on this, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why does it matter?"
I tell you how I think they could have fixed it.
Okay.
Hint at it a little bit when he's alone with Vecna, and then have him have the scene, but with the smaller group that, like we said, and it just be simple. I don't like girls, and it's like,
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
and-
Hug, my friend. I'm here for you. We'll always be here for you. Power of friendship. Cool.
now let's go defeat this bastard,
Yeah. No.
and leave it there.
Like it. The issue with it isn't the fact that he's gay. It's the fact that they overcomplicated it at like the worst possible time in the show. And I'm just like, But yeah, no, that shit drove me crazy.
I will say, with him being gay, I'm glad they didn't lean into these like Byler shippers, because there were a lot of people that wanted Mike and Will to get together.
Yeah. Apparently that was the original plan, and then they dropped back from it.
Really?
They were gonna do it, but then they pulled back, which I'm glad they didn't, because like there were no hints at all for Mike to be into Will. Like Will was clearly into Mike, but
And also, they started this as kids. I'm kind of glad that out of all the groups, there were only 2 ships that ended up being together at the end, and one was the adults.
yeah. Joyce and Hop and like Max and Lucas, which after all the shit Max has been through, Max deserves happiness.
Yeah, and also, the Duffers did confirm that they know what movie they went to see, and initially they were going to show some of it, but then they were like, that kind of takes away from everything.
What movie who went to go see?
Max and Lucas. At the end, remember? They finally got their movie date?
Oh, I mean, we already saw what was playing in the theater. It was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Nope.
Oh, it was a different.
That's not the movie they were seeing.
Oh, I figured that because since that was the one on the marquee. Oh, okay.
They were seeing Ghost.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, because we've talked about this before, and how we're kind of like irked about like how they do like your childhood relationship is your forever one.
Yeah.
But
I'm okay. I'm okay with it with Max and Lucas because they've been through a lot of shit, and I would have been okay with it with Mike and Elle for the same reason.
yeah. But nah, they had apparently the Duffers said that in every version they felt like they didn't want to take away Elle's powers because that would be taking away like the quote unquote magic of the show.
Mm-hmm.
But they knew that with having her keep her powers, she couldn't be with the crew. So they were either going to do this or flat out kill her.
They should have killed her. I'll be honest. They should have killed her. That's gonna sound heartless, but it would have given some finality and stakes, which is my big problem with the finale. Like, it just kind of felt cookie cutter happily ever after, which I get it. That was how Mike phrased the, like, always put the ending of his campaigns, and they want to do the whole parallel like they always did with Stranger Things. But, like, come on, man.
Yeah. Also, it just kind of, like, I get what they were doing with it, but that D&D campaign thing...
Also, as someone who has played through Curse of Strahd, that's bullshit.
And the fact that they had a DMPC come in and
A
get the final blow.
DMPC, and I would have been pissed. I don't know why they were cheering. I would have been angry.
Now, I tell you what I thought they were going to do initially. The mage was going to be...
Elle or Holly?
Holly.
Well, Holly's a cleric, so, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, a cleric against Strahd
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because you could do radiant damage. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Holly would have came out. Yeah, no, that would actually. I think that would have been better. Like the actual D&D player in me was angry. 'Cause I was like,
Yeah.
wait, you just let your party get kill sniped?
But that's just
Yeah, that's just fucking D&D player nitpicks. I get why they did it, and like for the metaphor of the L story,
and also the whole entire thing about like Max calling them out on their shit and everything, and
Yep.
showing like how she fits into the friend group, because she's like, nah,
that's
she basically
bullshit.
did a no balls.
Yep. Which you know, every the good play groups have that kind of dynamic at the table. It's like, nah, you fucking do it. Don't be a pussy. Do it. And if you do some dumb shit, make fun of your friend about it.
And it can also like eventually lead to like some moments where it's like, I know my party's gonna hate me for this, but it's what I would do. It's what my character would do. And I'm not trying to say that in the like problematic steal from the party because it's what my character would do.
Yep.
Nah, I'm talking about like pick up the evil sword that everybody told you not to.
Yep.
Which,
Yep.
if you want to know what I'm talking about with that, go watch our main podcast with our Last Week in Guam series.
Yep. Well, we have some. We'll definitely have some stuff to report in a couple weeks. We're on hiatus right now because our GM is currently getting his teeth ripped out, so he needs to recover.
But we will have one final one.
Yep.
Before the break.
Yep. But yeah, I guess now we can talk about that part of the finale. I thought this part, like the putting away of the character sheets, and Holly's group taking over the table, like her being the new GM. I thought that was great. I loved that shit.
It was. I I nearly choked up. I choked up there. I only had one tear that came out during that whole finale.
I didn't have any tears. I had a lot of awes. Like the Joyce Hop thing, that was one big aw. Yay!
Well, you know me, dude. I'm also a sucker for music and scenes.
Yeah.
So when they had the Purple Rain playing and everybody mourning Elle, that kind of got me a little.
I understand that.
But, which, by the way, music in the finale, great.
Oh yeah.
Music in the final season, great.
Music in the final season overall has been fantastic.
How the hell did they get Prince?
Lots and lots of money.
Because Prince's estate rarely gets.
That's what I'm saying.
Lets anyone have permission.
Probably lots and lots of money. Netflix did just buy Warner Brothers.
Yep. But they used it wise.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It wasn't just any old scene. I think that definitely probably played a factor into it, because Stranger Things is a pop culture phenomenon, so it's not just any old show, and they use it for huge moments. So I'm sure that was a good pitch.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I also like the fact that they skipped going to a party to play D&D.
Yep. So.
And it's funny that they used Strahd as the villain, because they were like, what iconic villain can we use that we haven't already name dropped?
Yep. Oh man. So here we are. Final thoughts and ratings. Okay. So I've been thinking about this, and I think I've settled. I am going to give the final season of Stranger Things an 8. Solid 8. There's a lot of stuff that I had issues with. But overall, I think it's still a very good show. I think I'd give the series overall, Stranger Things as a whole, a 9. But
I can agree with the series as a whole, but the reason why I laughed is because before we even just started this, I had made up my mind about what I was going to give it. And if you are a old school, you listen to the podcast where it was just me and Jay, we did get into a rut there where our ratings would be the exact same, except for mine would be a 0.5 higher.
Oh my God, what?
Well, we're going back into that because honestly, for me personally, I'd give the Stranger Things 5 an 8.5.
Wow. We are really kicking it old school.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, so overall, really good.
Yeah.
I'm not here, we wouldn't have done this episode at all if we were just gonna shit on it. Because that's just not our policy anymore.
Yeah. Which also, I will say that I have seen a lot of people give shit on that I don't agree. The Mind Flare fight.
Oh, that was sick.
Yeah. A lot of people were like, it was too short.
I love the Mind Flare fight. I love that Joyce got the last hit on. That was great. We didn't really talk about that.
Got a montage of all the ways that he's fucked over the main crew.
Yep, with those just cuts, and it just felt so cathartic. Oh my God, that was so good.
Yeah, and that was a good Chekhov's gun type thing, because all throughout when we see Joyce in the abyss, you can see the axe head. but she never brings it out.
Also, I just couldn't help but think of like Endgame / Infinity War. Joyce knew. Joyce was like 40 years ahead of her time.
Went for the head.
Uh,
Also, Nancy having her like Sarah Connor moment.
dude, I love Nancy so much.
Yeah. If they ever decide to go with adult X-Men for the MCU, I could so see her as Jean.
Oh yeah. I would love to see her as Jean. She could be a good rogue too. She'd be a good rogue too, cause she looks.
Now you know who I think Stranger Things cast would be a great rogue.
Who?
Robin.
Oh, I could see that. I could see that.
But we could go on for days about Stranger Things cast as MCU.
Yep. There's plenty of speculation. I mean, shoot, everybody had already thinking Sadie Sink is either going to be Rachel Summers or Jean Grey. Rachel Summers seems really out there, but Jean I can see more, I guess.
Well, apparently some of this speculation is based on the leaked trailer that they still have yet to officially release. But we've had two out of the 3 released, or we've had 2 out of the 4 released.
So we'll see eventually. But yeah, this has been fun. Once again, this is our, I mean, I guess it's not a full podcast episode, but this is technically one of our first podcast episodes of the new year. So happy New Year, people.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have a good 2026. I think, you know, this year is very promising in terms of TV, so definitely look forward to what we have coming for you.
Also movies.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot of good stuff coming out.
A lot of good movies.
Including this year's version of Barbieheimer, but both star Tom Holland.
Yeah, because it's Spider-Man and Odyssey, right? Yeah, that's gonna be dope. I'm so excited for that.
Same.
But yeah, we have a lot to in store for you guys. Also, before we go, thank you for the support for our solo videos as well. You know, just want to shout out the audience for that. Bryan's 99 video has done really well. My Percy Jackson videos have done very well also. So thank you guys for all your support there. We weren't sure how you guys would feel about us branching out and doing individual pieces of coverage, because we were like, I want to do more than talk about this on screen time. So we decided to test it out, and you guys seem to like it, so we'll keep that going.
Yeah, and also just want to say thanks for showing up for our last 2 episodes, which we kind of shotgun released because we wanted to get them done by the end of the
Yeah. So again,
our Fragrant Flower and our Wake Up Dead Man.
Yep. So again, thanks for all the support. Keep doing that. Do all the usual YouTube things. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Turn on that notification bell. And make sure, if you're watching this within the first week of its release, to hit that hype button, because it really does help to put us in the algorithm. And it'll help this video kind of get spread out more. We really appreciate it. But alright. We will be back maybe for some other things. If there are any things that, we are really into that we haven't gotten, that are too far in to let Tony get caught up on. I suggested, well, actually, we had initially planned to do Alice in Borderlands, but then I'd heard about the new season, and I was like, maybe not. Well, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
So, if something comes up, or if there's something you would like us to discuss, let us know in the comments. We'll consider it for sure. We do read the comments. We might not always respond, but we do read the comments.
Indeed.
So definitely let us know if there's anything you would like us to check out. But until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Peace.